There was this episode on Beast Games that I wanted to do a video on, but for some reasons I decided to pipe low until I came across this video on YouTube where somebody said something that triggered me, that moved me to do this video. But before I say what I want to say about it, let's watch what the person has to say before I come to give my comment. Let's watch.
Money to leave again. Hey, what's this?
Team that money can't buy. They will be tempted with an insane amount of money.
Oh, thank goodness. This episode ends with Jimmy grabbing 4 team captains and offering them an increasingly ridiculous amount of money to send their team home. The pot gets all the way up to $1 million, and not a single person takes it. What the hell is wrong with these people? I really need to talk through this because I've never seen something this foolish in all my days. These 4 people can push their button at any time and immediately be gifted $1 million. The grand prize for any other massive show on TV. You gotta run the gauntlet on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire to get that. You have to survive like a month on Survivor and go through all the challenges and win all the votes to get that money. And all these people need to do is push a button that's right in front of them. On top of that, the person who would push the button actually gets to stay in the game. Their whole team gets sent home, but they get to keep playing. None of them take that offer? Because what, it's more noble to like save your team? Honestly, this is just more corny than anything.
Just turned down $1 million.
My integrity is not for sale to you.
Okay, cowboy, tone it down a little bit. They realize that the grand prize is only for one person, right? And the grand prize is $5 million. You could just take $1 million right now. You just got here. You already won. Nobody would even hold that against you. They'd be like, yeah, I suppose I would have done that. But they don't do it. And they made the wrong decision. You'll never convince me otherwise. I get maybe like wanting to stick it out and be noble if they were offering $50,000. Still an insane amount of money, but like maybe the experience itself is worth more to you than that. I understand that. But take the $1 million. You goofball.
You have to understand something, that all the contestants from each of the groups came together and decided to elect a leader that is going to stand in for them. And they did that election based on somebody they believed or they perceived will not accept any bribe and would keep their trust. All these numbers of people in the queue are looking up to you, and if you decided to go ahead and take the bribe, all of them will be disqualified from the competition and you would remain. That is one of the highest degree of selfishness a man can display. And this guy here is saying that nobody can convince him otherwise, that their decision was right. And one of the people in the game said,
My integrity is not for sale to you.
Okay, cowboy, tone it down a little bit.
now you see, how do you get to live with your conscience knowing that a lot of people decided to elect you up, a lot of people decided to put their trust in you, and for your selfish gain or your selfish interest, you betrayed them and you cut them up from the chances of going further in the competition, all because of your selfishness. Personally, I will tell you something. Even if the price is taken to $100 billion, I will never take that. They saw other people, but they saw that you are the best person that could represent them. I could win the prize later on. For one thing or the other, you get the prize, but not by betraying people who put their trust or their confidence in you. And I think I salute all the guys that decided not to take the bribe. As a matter of fact, for me, that's the highlight of the show, because we live in a world where everybody is selfish, everybody is just pursuing their interests. It's just all about what I can gain, pursuing my happiness and my ultimate game and the best I can do for myself, irrespective of what happens to others. You know, selfishness is when you consider your happiness above the happiness of others. Or let me even put it this way, selfishness is when your happiness is promoted to the detriment of the happiness of other people. So anything that will make me happy to the detriment of another person's happiness, and I decide to go for it, that is selfishness. And you see, this guy is saying that probably if you find out probably the background of the person, he is not a believer, he doesn't believe in God, and that is the result you get when you have a whole jack point of people that do not believe in God. You have a whole lineup of people that have no trust, that don't even believe in the existence of God, because morality ceases at the threshold of it. Most other people have no possible motivation to be moral, to be good, to be just, to be fair to their neighbors, because of course they do not believe there is God, there's no afterlife, there's no punishment, there's no reward after life. So what it is. Now let me tell you the truth. If we all will come to a point in the world where we want to believe that there is no God, there is only one thing left: to get as much happiness as you can get for yourself in life. Because what happens when you die, that's the all of it. That is all there is. And what do you think the world will look like if everybody is that selfish and that personal? Nobody cares about life after death. Nobody cares about God again. Everybody's personal goal, drive, motivation is self-happiness, even when it has to be to the detriment of others. Because let me tell you something, if we all agree that there is no God, then there will be just one thing that will be left. We will all be pursuing our happiness. We will fight for it. We will do anything. It doesn't matter how many people we sacrifice on the path of that happiness. And tell me, for crying out loud, who else can survive in the world again? Do you realize the world is still good because some people still decide to believe in God? Some people still decide to be just. Some people still decide to be fair. Of course, I've seen atheists that said, okay, without God, without the faith in God, you can still choose to be moral. Personally, I will tell you to what end. They give you certain reasons that why they feel this is why you should be good, you should be moral. To me, I feel if I don't believe in God, if there is no life after death, then what is left? The only reward you gain in life is the happiness and all you can enjoy while you are alive, and probably legacies that you will leave when you are dead. But I say something about legacy. Even if you leave a legacy and then you die and you do not exist again, there is nothing about you. What good will that legacy do to you? Because there will be no you, there won't be you to remember that there was a legacy you left, that your name is. You are wiped out, eliminated, destroyed, removed from existence. And what good does it do to a man who is dead and who doesn't even have consciousness that he has a name, that the name is speaking well for him? So I would say, if there is no life after death, there is no God, we push all that as bullshit, then there is only one goal left in life: personal happiness. Get as much happiness as I can get, live as long as I can, and get the best of life as much as I can, even if I will have to climb on the whole world to achieve that goal at the end of the day. And that's the kind of mindset you have there. And it is only somebody with no moral values that is going to take that $1 million for the by betraying the trust of other people. I don't see any amount that is worth me betraying the trust of thousands of people. Let me say, of course, that's not up to 1,000. Let's say hundreds of people putting their trust in me, voting, electing me to stand and represent them, and I put my personal interests above others. How do you live with yourself? How do you live with your conscience, knowing whatever wealth you are enjoying, you trampled on a lot of people to get to that place? That is dirty money, and I don't see any sane, normal, morally sound person that is going to live with their conscience to be able to take that money and live by that. So I salute all those contestants. That is something I believe that should even be given more attention to. That is how this world can be a better place, most especially when you're a leader and people elect you into position. Your interest is not the priority. The interest of those who voted you into office should be the number one priority. And if you know you are not going to do that, then don't vie for office. Don't even campaign. Don't look for any public office. Because if people put that amount of trust and confidence in you and elect you up there to represent them, and you go there to pursue your selfish interest, that is the most morally deranged, depraved individual. And depraved state is the lowest state you can be in life, when your happiness is built upon the happiness. Or let me put it this way: when your happiness is built on the detriment of the happiness of others. That is when your happiness is causing the happiness of other people. When you succeed as a result of destroying the chances of other people. This is not this whoever did that video and said there's nothing that he can be convinced, as to why they should not take that money, then probably you don't have any moral value or any morality left. Of course, in this game, if you watch it, you see a lot of people that gave up their conscience, gave up the happiness of others just to pursue their own happiness. Anything you will not gain on a plain ground, you would have to trample on other people's happiness to get it, is dirty, is evil, and is vile. That is what I think about it. I want to know what you think about this video, so leave your thoughts in the comment section. And if you are new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you'll be notified when I post another video like this. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it helps the algorithm get it to as much people as possible. This kind of lessons and truth need to get to as much people as possible. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.